Hello friends, this is Ida the Mind Reader and I'm back attempting another reading vlog.
Disclaimer: this video was shot months ago. I was too lazy to edit. Here, happy bookmas.
This is supposed to be my September weekend reading vlog and hopefully I'll be able to do that. Today is the 11th of September and I have finished reading one book. And I was thinking, I thought that I did have a reading slump, but I guess really it's more of like I have so many other real world responsibilities to do that I haven't really had time to read. Most of the time I still do my 30 minutes of reading before I sleep at night, but most of the time it's fan fiction because it's what makes me happy. And I haven't been reading books, but today my goal for the weekend, which is actually still a working weekend for me, I have a lot of clients right now, but I'm hoping that I'd be able to finish at least 2 books. The first one I have already started a few days back, and it's Never Saw You Coming by Erin Han. I am reading an e-arc on my Kindle, which is kindly sent by Wednesday Books. It's a romance, so the other book that I want to also finish in the next day, within the next 2 days, is No Exit by Taylor Adams, because I know this one is very fast-paced and is highly recommended by people I trust in the bookish community, and so hopefully it would help me get back into reading traditional books and escape like my rut that I'm still very much into reading fan fiction. It's all I've been craving right now. But anyway, since I've already started about 5 chapters already on Never Saw It Coming, I'll give you a glimpse on what it's about. I actually did a TikTok on it when I first started reading the book because I really loved the dedication that I was able to read here. I'll try to share it with you and I hope you see it. Wait. So this is what the dedication looks like and reads as. It says, "This is dedicated to all the church kids, no matter what you might heard. I hope you carry only this. You deserve love, are worthy of love, and are commissioned to love. That's it. No caveats, conditions, or stipulations. You are loved just as you are." And I think that's very profound, and I really felt for that dedication. And this book is actually about two teenagers who had like their life changed so much that they are questioning the faith, the belief that they grew up in, and somewhere along the way they would also fall in love. So I think this is a different Erin Han read because the 2 past books of hers that I loved both revolved around music, which is why she became one of my favorite authors. And this one is now revolving around faith, which is actually very close to my heart as well. Discussions about faith, so I'm sure she will be able to capture my heart again. This book does have some content warnings though, so I have to read it first before I can tell you guys what I think about those trigger warnings, how hard they would be, and basically the story in general. As Erin Han is one of my favorite authors, would she disappoint for our for my third experience with her work? So yeah, I'll be bringing you along this journey. And by the way, I've also started an audiobook. It's The Last Affair by Margo, if I'm not mistaken. It's just a random pick in script per usual. Right now I'm about halfway through. I started it late last night while I was working, and so far it hasn't really picked up. It's leaning towards a family drama over a mystery or a thriller. So right now I'm feeling very lukewarm about it. Since we'll be doing a reading vlog, I'll be also including my thoughts on that book as well. I'm sure I'm going to finish that over the weekend. So hopefully my goal is to finish 2 books. I'm reading 3 in all different formats. So yeah, see you on the next clips. Hey! So I'm with Munchie now. And I'll be starting No Exit by Taylor Adams. Okay, so first update, I just finished reading the first chapter of No Exit. It actually doesn't have chapters really, it's timestamps. So I finished the first timestamps. It's the first timestamp. It took 22 pages, but basically it was just setting the tone of the book. And so far, I think No Exit writer Taylor Adams has is very good in descriptions, like setting the tone, like using the items that the person Darby, our main character, was using to give you like an idea of what year it was and all that. And basically for that first timestamp, we just were given the actual premise that you get when you read the synopsis of the book. So basically, Darby is on her way to go to Utah for her family since her mother was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. But there's a snowstorm coming in, and she has to she almost had an accident, or she actually did have an accident. Thankfully she wasn't injured, and unfortunately she has to cut her trip for now since the storm is being more dangerous. And then she found a sign that told her there's a rest stop ahead, and she decided to go there first. There she meets two people, and then one person she hasn't met yet but she saw. And then at the last part of that first timestamp chapter thingy, she discovers a hand. There's because she was trying to make a call to her family, letting them know that she's stuck and she might be delayed, and she was observing the other vehicles parked at the rest stop, and there she discovers a hand. At first she thought it was a child's hand, and then she saw a handprint on the door, and there she discovered that there's a child locked inside. So I had to stop there just because I think I'll just like give you an update on like until when did you get like the first feel of the book based on the chapters. And I think we have I'm trying not to, we have about 300 pages left for this one. But so far right now I'll be having a short break because while I was reading and tabbing things that made me smile, because it's still quite light at this point, I just remembered that I have to buy some sticky tabs, and if I don't do it now I might forget it. So I'll do some shopping, and then I'm still trying to decide whether I would restart my 5th chapter of Never Saw You Coming, of I dive in with this one. But yeah, I'm supposed to be working today. I submitted 3 articles already. I still have a whole lot more words to write, but I'm feeling lazy this afternoon, so I'll probably continue writing tonight. So yeah, I have Munchie here sleeping there. Munchie, yeah. And yeah, I'll get back to reading and update you again later. good morning and happy Sunday to everyone. We've just finished doing our worship service, and now I have the time to update you guys. Sorry for my bare face on what happened last night. So first is that, oops. First is that I had to work, so what I did instead was to listen to audiobooks while I was working, and I was able to finish The Last Affair by Margo Hunt. Unfortunately, I was very disappointed with the book. I think I'm in the minority about it because after reading, I went to Goodreads and see what people thought, and everyone seemed to like it. Everyone except me. Maybe it's because I was hoping for a bigger and more dramatic, I guess, thriller, and it wasn't really like that. It's more of a family drama with some mystery in it, and I guess sometimes that's what happens when you don't read the synopsis before you dive in, or if the synopsis hyped you up a lot, as well as the first part of the book. The first chapter was very capturing and engaging, so I was thinking that it's the usual thriller that I go for. Unfortunately, I didn't get that, but still it was an okay read. The narrator did a great job. It's just that the material was more of family drama than mystery. I don't know. I mean, there's still a lot of lying and a lot of secrets, a lot of revelations along the way, but it didn't really hit me as much. So yeah, I guess I'm leaving it at the 2 star for now. And since I finished the audiobook but I haven't finished work yet, I decided to start another audiobook, and this time go for a romance. Since I'm reading No Exit and it's a little intense, I need something steamy and spicy to balance it all up. So yeah, I decided to pick up 30 Little Secrets by Vi Keeland and Penelope Ward, if I'm not mistaken. It's an author duo collaboration for this book, and it's about two pen pals who got lost in touch because life got in the way. Basically, they were part of this pen pal program when they were younger, wherein they had to use different last names to protect them. No exchanging phone numbers or anything, just plain snail mail letters, and they really became good friends for years until one thing happened to Luca, our heroine's life. So and then years after, now that they're older, they she randomly receives an angry letter from the guy she knows as Griffin, her pen pal, years back, and it changed the dynamic because she's reminded of the story. She decided to reply, and now they're exchanging letters as grown-ups. And the thing is, in the future, Luca has developed agoraphobia, so she doesn't really go out a lot. She is a famous author, though, with a pseudonym used to protect her privacy. And then she has a therapy who's helping her cope and have a sense of normalcy throughout her agoraphobia. And then Griffin is now a superstar, I guess, or a musician, rock star. I'm not really sure technically what his game is, and he's just famous. And from the UK, he's now living in LA, so they're both in the same country. Luca is trying to reach out and get them to meet, get them to talk, get them to share photos, but of course, because of fame and what's being very much in the public eye, Griffin isn't really leaning towards that, and that's what hinders their relationship to progress. And right now, at the point in the book where I'm at, the innocent letters has turned to dirty letters, thus the title of the book. So they have been talking about very personal, like their preferences, their experiences, and I guess Luca is trying to confess her crush since she was young and yeah, develop everything. So it's turning very steamy at the moment, and I think I just need that to balance out all the thrillers I've been reading. And speaking of thrillers, here is an update on No Exit. As you can see, I have tabbed a lot, and this is the part where I'm at the book. The sticky tabs that I've been using have this, so I can clip it in and use it as a bookmark. I'm at page 122, so almost halfway done with the book. It was just 1:30 a.m. already, and I just really wanted to sleep, so I decided to let it go for now after like a major plot twist. So it's going to be spoilery, so I'm not gonna tell anyone about it, but this plot twist is not what I was expecting. I was expecting plot twist because that's what I've heard from Kat and Gerald, from her bookish side, and Gerald the Bookworm when they were reviewing the books, that this is going to be a roller coaster ride. There's going to be a lot of plot twists, but I was just I wasn't trying to play detective and guess, so I just like wait for what. Oh, it's raining. I'm just waiting for what surprises the book gave me, and this plot twist at this 120-ish part of the book really surprised me, and I don't know where it's going. I'm hoping, of course, that I have a semblance of a happy ending. But what I know is that we'll be finishing this today, hopefully in the next few hours, while I'm waiting for my mom to finish cooking, and then I still do have to work later tonight, so I'm hoping to squeeze in as much reading as I can within the day. And after I finish this one, of course, I'll be giving you guys another update, and then I'll be starting and hopefully finishing Never Saw You Coming by Erin Han. Hey, I'm back, and I would just like to give a conclusion. I finally finished No Exit by Taylor Adams, and I also was able to finish what is it? Dirty Letters. Yeah. I was able to finish also the audiobook that I was listening to on Scrib. It wasn't as steamy as I was expecting it to be, and right now I'm still kind of confused on whether I really did like the story or not. But yeah, it was a nice way to pass the time and have something to listen to while working. I tend to give higher ratings to audiobooks. I don't know why, but I guess it's more on appreciating the skills of the narrators rather than the story. But still, it was a nice read, and I kind of liked it. I want to explore more from both of the authors. So yeah, that. Now, let's talk about No Exit. As you can see, I was able to tab quite a number of pages in the story. When I finished the book, the first thought that came to mind is that, okay, I understand now why they are turning No Exit into a film. Like, the way it was written, it was very obvious that it's the type of story that would work visually, and the author was able to describe everything vividly, that you can actually have a picture in your mind on what's happening, what everything looks like, what the characters are feeling, what they are going through, and what you're looking at. It's actually quite violent. I mean, if you are triggered by graphic descriptions of injuries, wounds, and gory things, it has a lot of it, so it would really like work well in the big screen if you think about it. When she says hi. Okay. So yeah, No Exit has the qualities of a good thriller that I really enjoy. It was something that going into it, I knew that there would be a lot of plot twists because I have seen the comments, the reviews of Gerald and Kat, Gerald the Bookworm and Kat from her bookish side, who loved reading No Exit. So I was really anticipating that there would be a lot of plot twists there, and a part of me was always guessing all throughout like, is this the plot twist, what's going to happen, and all that. But a lot of the plot twist still really did took me by surprise. So there's always action and adventure, there's always something to look forward to, but at the same time it's kind of the story was prolonged by all the foolish decisions that our main character was able to do. So I have seen quite a few reviews that were frustrated with Darby and the decisions that she made. But again, you have to remind yourself that the decisions that she was able to do were actually very realistic. I mean, someone who has no experience handling problems like that, you never know what you would actually do when you are placed into that kind of situation. So the fact that Darby was, acting on impulse, on instinct, and just thinking about how to save the little girl, I think it's very understandable. I don't know what else to tell you about it because I don't want to sound spoilery and I don't want to spoil the experience, as I personally did try to approach the book in a way where I know almost next to nothing about it. So that's the best way, I think, to deal with it, this type of story. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited to see what how the filming crew, the filming production of No Exit would be able to bring this book to life, because I don't know, it really works well, I think, for visual media. And yeah, all in all, No Exit is a really, really good book. I enjoyed it a lot. It's not going to be like one of my favorites, I guess, for the year, but I really, really did enjoy reading it. And the writing style of the author works well for me because it helps my unimaginative brain actually picture and see what's happening quite vividly. So I appreciate that, and I'm excited to read more of the author's work because of that reason. So yeah, I guess this weekend reading vlog was still quite a success because I was able to finish books and I was able to read a highly anticipated book, though I have a pending book that I will just be carrying over to the next vlog, Never Saw You Coming. It's still a great journey. I guess it just so happened that this weekend we watched quite a few shows with the family and I still had to bond with my family, so I wasn't really able to spend all my time reading, but that's okay. It's not a competition anyway. These are just goals that I put on myself. But yeah, I'm still happy that I was able to listen to 2 audiobooks and finish a physical book. It's been a while since I finished a physical book, so that's really an achievement for me. But anyway, thank you so much. If you're still here at the end of the video, please do comment what you think about these books, and if you have recommendations that are similar to the book that I was able to discuss today. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope I'll see you on the next one, and may you always be in the mood for reading. Bye!